Hello wine lovers, I'm going through some of my blind tasted wines and here we are in Champagne. I'm comparing two wines from Pierre Secondé. I'm starting with vintage 2011, which is a classic blend, and this is 2011 to me is vintage which is rather open already. This one is showing a very pure nose. It's certainly very much on the chalky side. Very discreet fruit in the positive sense. There's ripe stone fruit with citrus almond paste. We do have some approaching autolytic complexity with the notes of brioche and fresh butter. I really like this grip on the palate. Very dense fruit with a bright freshness. So ripe fruit, but with this underlying acidity. There's candied citrus there with crushed nuts. Long and persistent on the final, so really good drinkability, starting to display complexity today. Second example is the Cuvée Les Petites Vignes. This is a non-vintage, but this is Blanc de Noir. So coming to the nose, it's very intense. There's we can certainly feel we have a bit more of the dark-skinned grapes in there with the red berry, the plum notes. Quite spicy with saffron, some nutty notes, gingerbread spice. I think in terms of structure, we have as much density in this one as the previous one. It's a really good weight with fine extract here. The creaminess, the bubbles are already well integrated. Classic dosage level, doesn't feel sweet, but it's still not extra brut either. Really fruit forward here with this ripe Pinot Noir fruit, brioche notes on the finish, and long and persistent finish. So two different, but at the same time there's a DNA of the producer, but from the vintage to the non-vintage classic blend to the Blanc de Noir, which is what makes Champagne so fascinating.